I thought we'd take a little bit of the history of Maria since September 16th. On Saturday, September 16th, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it became a tropical storm and rather quickly became a hurricane. It had been just an invest or a tropical depression, basically, into the Atlantic, but it was on a correct route. It was in the intertropical convergence zone, very far into the South Atlantic, so that's where it was. It moved onshore on the evening of September 18th as a Category 5 storm and really rapidly intensified right into this area, and it's the island of Dominica moved across this island. This is Martinique to the north of it. 70,000 residents and 80% of the island is still destroyed. So again, really bad effect there as a Category 5 storm. It wobbled northwestward or northwestward and then reemerged out into the Caribbean. Brushed past St. Croix as a Category 5 with 175-mile-an-hour winds. And as it approached Puerto Rico, the southeastern corner of Puerto Rico, just before it hit it, it had 160-mile-an-hour winds. As it hit, it was right 155-mile-an-hour winds on Wednesday, September 20th. Well, it's the 28th today, so it's been 8 days since that storm hit and really devastated Puerto Rico, quite obviously. The north side of any hurricane is the worst part of it, right through here. And this is where San Juan is, right here where it says Puerto Rico, the biggest city, of course, in Puerto Rico. And some of these other areas got hit very hard as well. It moved on northwestward, and each of these dots represents every 6 hours. And here the Turks and the Caicos really pummeled their areas. Not as much with wind, but really high tides into those areas. And then by the weekend, this past weekend, we were really kind of concerned that this thing, forecast models were looking at it, taking a little bit of a left hook and on up toward the Outer Banks. Instead, it slowed down a great deal. It slowed down so much that basically what happened was the cool front moving in from the northwest had time to kick it on out to sea, and there's where it is as of the present time. It does have 65-mile-an-hour winds. It's moving to the east at 13 miles an hour, and it's going to continue to fall apart and continue to move on off into the North Atlantic and bother no one further. So again, we're looking pretty good. Another thing about this is that there is lee on off into the Atlantic. It has been a hurricane. It is a hurricane, but that's a very small hurricane, but that's going to get caught up in that easterly flow as well and get moved on off into the Atlantic. Maria stays, but the waves, Maria goes, but the waves are going to stay throughout the area. Here's where we are 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. A little cooler, definitely cooler during the day tomorrow. It'll likely be in the mid-70s, lots of sunshine. Another reinforcing shot of cool air arrives during the day on Saturday. It'll be in the low 70s during the afternoon on Saturday. Stray rain shower, yeah, it could happen, but chances are it won't. There'll be instability type of cloud cover would be the biggest thing, quite likely. Sunday morning, 7 o'clock, cool start to the day. It remains cool in the day, low 70s quite likely, upper 60s and low 70s. Monday morning, still cool, a little warmer on Monday, a little bit warmer than that coming up during the afternoon on Tuesday, a little bit warmer than that coming up for the afternoon on Wednesday. So Maria is moving away, and we are seeing, again, temperatures drop on down a little bit for tomorrow. Now, today was well into the 80s. Tomorrow will be in the mid-70s and basically around 70, 72 degrees each afternoon for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.